There we go. Okay. Matt, are you in here? All right. Maybe I'll flip this over. Give us a little bit of a. How do you like it? How you like this? How you like the new setup? We got this cam back here. You know what I'm saying? Sick, right? Ready for the traffic cams. Ready? Here we go. Here we go. All right, let's pick where the severe weather is. Give me my radar. All right. This is probably a good one. This is probably a good one right here. Let's check it out. Not running. Hold up. All right, here we go. This is live. So let's just go boom. Scenes. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can get something out here. Anything to the north? Nothing going on. Nothing right in this area. You know what I need to do? Go into windy. Actually, let's go in here and let's do cams. Let's take a look at what's going on in Colorado. Can I get a good shot of this? I don't know if I can. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Wow. Let me see this real quick. Nothing going on there. See, we got there's just nothing out here. So there's no cams out here. There's literally nothing out here. All right. Let us get back to what we were doing. Let's keep this on the satellite. And let's go back. Yeah, we're messing with the satellites. Me and Matt have been messing with our satellites. Oh, we got storm chasers down here, huh? Doesn't seem like much is going on. 70-mile-per-hour winds and lime-size hail. Never mind. I'm gonna take a quick glance, and then get out of here. I mean, that's not bad looking, right? We got a chaser up here. Golf ball size hail. Not a bad look. All right. Let's see what our alerts are at. Yeah, so we've got this right here. Dickens, Texas. 2.5-inch hail. Down here, big hail. Ooh, tennis ball size hail. All right, let's take a look at this. Base velocity. There's a little bit of rotation here as well. 90-mile-per-hour winds. 90 mile per hour velocities. Yeah, same in the storm relative velocity, high res. Is there rotation on this thing? Something interesting. I'm surprised they don't start feeling like this. Maybe. Well, let's take a look at how the reflectivity is playing out. There's a interesting little couplet down here to the south. We'll have to see if they warn that. Now down near Dickens, Texas. You know, not supposed to be a super. Not supposed to be a lot of vorticity down here, but you never know. There is supposed to be down here. Let's take a look at this. This could be interesting right here. Wow, this radar's bad. I know we have no radar. Yeah, we have this one, and then we have this one. This is like a really tough spot to see what's going on. We have no radar coverage. We have like no radar coverage in this part of Texas. It's like probably one of the only areas in the country we don't have radar coverage. But anyways, let's take a look if we have any. You know, we got some shear down here. Maybe a little bit of rotation in this storm down to the south. Radar contamination up in this one. Was this the Dickens one? Oh no, this was. Yeah, I mean, who knows? It's starting to try to get that cyclical look right here with a little bit of inflow, but I don't think we have much rotation going on in this region. So I don't know if we're gonna get anything out of that. Strong winds up here. What's going on, chat? What is going on, chat? We can actually look at a couple of things on here. Look at these lightning strikes, guys. You hear that? Can you hear that? I love the sound of lightning strikes. Da, 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 da. Is that annoying? Are these lightning strikes annoying? You can see where the most recent ones are as well. Let's look at some temperatures. Live temperatures, 72. We've got live winds in here. We've got the radar with our storms. Look at these down here to the south. A lot going on. Let's see if I can get that loading. Yeah. All right. Anyways, we'll keep this on our satellite for now. Should I turn the lighting off? Can you guys hear that? Can you confirm? Can you confirm if you can hear that? Every time a lightning hits. All right. Oh, that's yeah, this is windy. This is windy. It's like $20 for the whole year. It's really cheap. It's a really cool yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. We can also go in here and we can just pull up we can pull up cams. So I can go in here and be like, you know, let's do this. Let's provider's website. And let's pull up some cams out here. Let's make sure the radar's on. Do I have a radar layer here? Let's see. Let's see if we can pull up live radar out here. Should be able to. Yeah, it's not it's not letting me expand on these, which is a little bit annoying. Let me do this. Let me just go here. Come on, Northern Texas. Get your cams together. Come on. Let's see. Trying to find where we have some good weather. There's just not... Anytime you have this severe weather and these very, very... Like, there's just... There's nothing here. Who lives here? Let me just head back to satellite. Let me start taking some questions. One second, guys. Here's your ASMR lightning for you guys. Okay. You can use Windy free, but I use the paid version. It's super cheap. It's like literally 20 or 30 bucks for the entire year. It's super cheap. So I use that version. I swear I've been fine all day, and I get on stream and I start coughing and stuff. I'm allergic to streaming. I've told you guys this before. I swear, it's a real thing. What's kicking, chicken? What's going on, Kyle? What's going on, MK? Dalton? Charles, what's poppin'? Balenci? We're told there's a possibility of Lubbock getting hit with hail, a hailstorm or something. Yeah, let's take a look over here. Let's go down. Nothing going. I mean, this is headed up towards Lubbock right here. This storm down here. We've got ping pong ball size hail. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Maybe probably a little bit higher than that. There's a little bit of a couplet here, which is interesting. Again, it's not impossible to get rotation out of this, but it's a pretty messy setup. But, you know, there's a little bit of potential rotation in that cell as well, heading to the northeast towards Lubbock, so I'd pay attention to that. Why the second I get on stream does my throat start hurting? City, I appreciate you. Laddie, what's going on? I appreciate you. JK, how's Kansas City looking today and next week? Listen, while there's not a lot going on here, let me switch over to radar real quick. And I will, here's what I'll do. I'll turn off lightning real quick. I need to get used to how I use how to use Windy a little bit quicker so I can, you know, turn off and on settings quickly because I'm still getting used to it. So honestly, let's see. Who uses Windy who knows how to toggle on and off lightning? I know there's got to be someone in here. Oh, show lightning sound. Duh. Yeah, here's what's going on down in Texas. We'll show you that. Yeah, there's a slider down there. Yeah. All right, chat, what's going on? Talk to me. How's Mississippi looking? Well, here, let's get into our severe weather. Let's take a little look-see what's happening out here, guys. What do we think about this? Day 6. I didn't even realize we had all this severe weather up here right now. I forgot we did have a slight extend up there. This, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, is going to go moderate. Could it go high? Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't take the over on that yet. Maybe. God, look at all of this initiation down here. Look at this. Coming right off the Rockies. Crazy. Wild. Yeah, I wouldn't bet on it high, but it's possible. It's definitely possible. We're going to look at pivotal weather in a second and talk about it because it looks like a crazy setup next Sunday to Tuesday. Next Sunday, this upcoming Sunday to Tuesday. And then back out to your day 7 risk. Here we go. This gets a lot of people involved. Indianapolis, Detroit, Grand Rapids, Chicago, St. Louis, maybe Kansas City. Maybe this extends out. Dallas, Fort Worth, Little Rock. I don't know. You guys know all the places. And this will be a bigger threat. That's just the slight they have right now. So, interesting. Let me switch over to Pivotal Weather real quick. Oh, maybe I should open it first to show you guys how crazy this setup is. I'll put this here. Oh God, did I mess up my setup? Let me switch this back. This should be set. Boom. There we go. That's one. One down, one to go. Let me reset this one. All right, let's take a look at it. Latest GFS 18Z. First, let's start with our 500 millibar. Why are we going to see moderate? Wow, look at this, actually. This is a little bit... Look at the transfer here of this low. Look at this. Wow, look at that energy. Man, Wisconsin, Iowa, Nebraska, Minnesota. That could be spicy. Let me see what the low-level jet's doing there. Oh, there we go. You see, the problem here is we're going to have a dry line set up out here with these low-level jet, with this low-level jet cranking through, pulling up that moisture. Look at our southerly winds down here, right off the Gulf, southwesternly almost. With that LLJ, and of course, classic dry line, meaning lots of instability. Ready? There she is. Look at that. So, yeah, that looks fun, guys. That looks fun. That's going to be intense. Okay, and again, look at this. If this isn't an uptrend, I don't know what is. This is our LLJ up here. A little bit of an uptrend down there in Texas as well. Let's look at our mid-level jet as this moves out. One thing I do want to also take a look at is our vorticity here. Tons of divergence here through this boundary. Let's go down to surface height vorticity. Illinois. Look at Missouri. This region through here. This region through here. Gonna be it's gonna be a place to watch for sure on Tuesday. And then we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see. This is looking interesting to me as well down here on Wednesday. So yeah, I mean the latest GFS here on Tuesday has me watching this region. Let's go back to our Monday. I haven't seen any downtrend in this yet. Let me look at the Euro 18Z. How far is the 18Z Euro going to take me? It's going to take me into Monday. The Euro, I think, is even more aggressive on Monday. I want to say less aggressive on Tuesday, but it's not showing me as far out. Let me go back. Let's look at the 500 millibar. Same type of thing as the GFS. All right. Well, we have a lot to talk about this week. I want to look at the these dew points too on the Euro. It'll show us a sharper dry line. There it is. Oh my gosh, right here. This would be Monday evening. Right here, Monday evening. Let me go look at the SBC's watch again. Let's go to day 6. Yeah. You could, and Matt was talking about this earlier, though. This could be, we're going to have a lot more vorticity up here to the north, so this could end up being hatched hail and wind, even a moderate hatched hail and wind down here to the south. And based off of this vorticity to the north, let's go to our upper aerodynamics again, and let's look at our vorticity near the surface. You can see this up here. As we get, I think we might have a little bit more rotation on ourselves, a little bit farther to the north. A little bit farther to the north on Monday right now. So, it's a really interesting setup, though. Now it's Andrea, Kelly, Claudia, Yali. I appreciate you guys. Mezzo. Appreciate the follows. Okay, let's take a look at what's going on here. Let's see. Should I go to... Oh, let's go to infrared. Take a look at our infrared radar. There we go. Why is this in Celsius? Get out of here. All right, let's look at radar Omega. All severe thunderstorm warnings right now still. We have 2-inch hail, Swisher, Texas. We have almost 2-inch hail, Koch, Texas, Nolan, Runnels, and Taylor, Texas. Almost 2-inch hail through Sherman, Moore, Hutchinson, Dahlem. I don't know how to pronounce that. Hartley, and yep, Texas. And then this is interesting. Yeah, Dickens, Texas, still with that 2.5-inch hail. Decent threat in here. Considerable damage. Again, yeah, it's the rotation's kind of it's the radar's kind of messing with us. This thing isn't really spinning. So just large hail. Look at all these chasers up here. What's this? Interesting looking CC signature down here. Quick little look. Little peeksy. Where's this at? This is Texas right now. We're looking at Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas. We've got some storms up here in Iowa. Nothing crazy. Storm out to severe thunderstorm warning out to the west of Waterloo, Iowa. Nothing too crazy out here. So, I'd say right now this little cluster of storms, you know, and I believe this is the setup that wants to, well, potentially that wants to head down into the southeast overnight. Just thinking about the HRRR runs, but we'll have to see. It's really weird because you guys can see what's happening. These storms aren't moving very fast. They're kind of stationary. You see this? So what's happening is you just have very strong updrafts and you have very low shear. So these storms are just hovering. You know, especially this one right here. But these out here as well, they're not really moving very fast. So I would hate to be under one of these right now. They're moving a little bit quicker up here to the north. And that's why that's where our tornado threat is. But that thing is, that storm down there is crawling. Oh, look at that. Look at that rotation you can see all in the reflectivity, guys. Look at that. Look at that. See that spin? I'm Minnesota. Am I going to be safe on Monday? No, you're cooked. Let's see. Jess, what's going on? No, I'm just kidding. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just stay updated. A little bit of a threat in Minnesota on Monday. It could end up being a pretty significant threat. We have to wait and see. But no, I'm joking. No one's cooked. No one's cooked. Someone's going to clip that and I'm going to get a bad rep. Where was that one? Was that another severe thunderstorm watch? Yeah, these things are just... We just got... I mean, we probably have crazy surface cape down here right now. We were looking at that earlier. I don't know, Matt, if you're in here. We were looking at what, like 5,500 surface cape in this region? So these storms are just plummeting up to the troposphere, but they're not moving very quickly. Super interesting setup out here. Very interesting setup out here. You guys can see the radar down there at the bottom of what's going on. Why isn't this moving though? Let me reload my Windy. There we go. So, yeah. Bro, it's not even raining where I'm where I am in Mississippi. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Let's go look. Well, Mississippi's pretty cloudy. You got some storms out there in Mississippi. There's just the updrafts in this region, just based on the look of the reflectivity, looks insane. This area in particular, super high cloud tops here. Memphis, Tennessee. You guys aren't looking too bad. I mean, we'll have to see. You know, this severe risk out on Tuesday could end up shifting a little bit more to the southeast. You guys will at least probably be in a marginal, maybe even a slight, because this thing's going to probably go enhanced, maybe moderate. We'll see. But that's probably we're looking like a Tuesday threat for you guys. Dallas, you can see yourself in that Tuesday threat. I don't think we're looking at you too much for Monday, but we can take a look what the latest SBC has. Not much for Monday. I have a feeling they may just based on the look that we may end up getting this expanded down here to the south. So I'd pay attention to Monday and Tuesday. Another severe thunderstorm warning. Yeah, these things are all over the place right now. These are all over the place. Valenci, where are you? Louisiana. Louisiana's not really looking at too many severe threats in the super near future. Let's pull up the CSU so I can show you guys what the CSU is showing. I always say the CSU, but it's just CSU. It's not really the Colorado State University. It's just Colorado State University. Let's look at this. Oh my God, it's not loading again. Matt, what is wrong with this? How severe is Michigan for Tuesday? Central to southern Michigan could end up being pretty severe. I've seen an uptrend in the low level jet on the Euro and GFS. Don't worry, the St. Louis Archers will stop the threat. That's right. Nothing can get through the St. Louis Arch. The CSU. I just call it CSU. Lower Missouri, get it? Tuesday, yeah, Lower Missouri could be pretty active. I circled that a little bit earlier. Lower Missouri could be pretty active. I'm trying to pull up the latest CSU, but their website's been having all sorts of issues lately, so it's just not a fun time right now. Not a fun time trying to look at anything. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Depends the time of day. Let me try one more thing for you guys. It's in my Discord. I just don't feel like going into my Discord and pulling it up because I put this stuff in my Discord every day. Let me just try this. All right, let's see. Can you work for me? Oh my gosh, what are they doing? Okay, well this is good. No, this is good. We can use this. All right, let's switch over here real quick. All right, here we go, guys. CSU's a little bit ahead. Okay, so Sunday. Sunday's when things could really get interesting. Here we go. That should be our day 5. Actually, yeah, because this should be our day. No, this is day 7. Yeah, this is correct. This is our Monday event. This is our Sunday event, even though it says Monday here. This is our Sunday event. So Sunday, we've got that target, Central Kansas. Already showing a moderate and a pretty big slight from northern Texas all the way up into basically central North Dakota. We're 5 days out. Pretty large, moderate. Obviously, Wisconsin, eastern Minnesota, Iowa, northern Missouri, and an even bigger slight. Day 6. I'd expect this to go to uptrend as we get closer. And just a huge day 7 slight, basically, from from almost Maine down to Dallas-Fort Worth. You know, this is giving me April 2nd vibes, but it doesn't look like it's going to be as severe as April 2nd. And it's a little bit farther to the northwest. So right now I think we're looking okay with that. And we'll see, you know, like I said earlier, does this transfer down here going into Wednesday? Do we get a little bit more severe weather down here in the southeast finally? This high pressure that we have down in the southeast that's been protecting you guys is probably going to be moving off. So, but there's a lot, many days, many days of severe weather. Many severe weather, guys. Many tornado. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I would say Monday and Tuesday. No, I would say Sunday to Tuesday is definitely, I would say a tornado outbreak's on the table. We'll have to watch, see how things progress. Definitely Monday. The 28th. Which one is? Yeah, the 28th is Monday. Yeah. Here, I'll show you that real quick. I'll show you that real quick. This is the 28th. This bad boy right here. This bad boy right here. I would expect this to go moderate. I think we'll get a moderate somewhere in here like that. Can't guarantee it, but just gut feeling. Do I think Michigan will be moderate for Tuesday? No, I think it's possible. I think maybe you guys might go enhanced. So, Maddie, I appreciate you, Jess. Rima, no problem. The black dot is basically where CSU thinks, you know, like if you were to put 1 point on here, that could be like the focal point, like the center of where the worst severe weather could be. It's there. Like if a moderate threat were to start in here, they would base it around that location, like this. So it's just, yeah, you know, like, so for instance, Tuesday, you know, if you see the black dot down here, CSU is thinking, we could have, you know, if we were to see this go enhanced, which we probably will, they may favor this area down here around the dot. This is kind of our focal point of that severe weather. Yeehaw! Ride 'em, cowboy. I definitely missed that one. I just saw someone in chat go cowboy. I probably missed it. Yeah, right now this is your Tuesday. Forget that this says Wednesday, guys. Just pretend. Oh, you guys can't even see on there. That's good. Forget that this says Wednesday. Tuesday. There's going to be a transfer here, though, from Monday to Tuesday, so we'll have to see what happens. Outlook for Omaha? Spicy outlook for Omaha. You know, because we have to remember, we have to pull up Sundays as well. The severe weather moves. It doesn't just pop up in a different location each day, you know what I mean? So, here's your Sunday, and then into your Monday, right? So, like, you see that dot, that bad boy is going to be moving like this. That focal point of that severe weather, tornadic activity could be moving through this region. So we'll have to watch. Even though you're not in like the moderate in Omaha on either of these, you know, whether it doesn't just disappear and reappear, it'll have more energy depending on daytime heating and then evening atmospheric cooling. But a lot of times as you get closer, these expand out to make up for the transfer between days. You know what I'm saying, guys? How does it look tonight? About an hour north of Amarillo. Did I say that right? Amarillo. Duh. Yeah. Yeah, it looks spicy up there in, in Dumbass. How do you pronounce that, guys? D-U-M-A-S. Oh, baseball size hail. Speaking of dumbass, baseball size hail. Baseball size hail. Huge hail. Almost 3 inches. This is destructive hail. Wow. It looks like this is kind of fading a little bit, though. They're probably going to pull away from this. But up here, look at that. Look at that. 70 decibels. Cedar Rapids, Iowa. You guys are going to have a fun Monday. No, definitely going to be severe. I would stay very updated Monday if I were you guys. We'll have to see. It's always still time for a little bit of a downtrend, but I'm not expecting it quite yet. Not expecting it quite yet. Let's really quickly pull up our day one. It's where we're still watching everything. Do they still have up our tornado threat for today? They do. They do appear. Again, destructive hail. Dumbass. I don't know how to pronounce that name, guys. Let me here. I know what to do. Let's go into pronounce. Dumas. Oh, Dumas. Oh my God, I would have never guessed that. Dumas. It says Dumas. It's not Dumas. You liar. Oh, Dumas. No, you're right. No lies detected. Dumas. Do you think Chicago will get any severe weather on Tuesday, unlike what Colorado State is showing? It could. It's far enough out. Those risk zones aren't set in stone. Risk zones move all over the place. It could. Fort Worth, Texas tonight? Nah, not expecting much. We can take a look at our latest HRRR on here, though, and see what's going on. Convection allowing, HRRR. Ooh, we got the 00Z. Spicy, guys. Let us look. Let's go to our composite. Here's progressing through the night. All right. Look at this. That's what I was talking about. This thing wants to just form a massive looking almost MCS heading down to the south here towards Dallas Fort Worth. You see this thing expand as we get into, here we go, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the morning, making its way into Dallas Fort Worth right here. That's gonna be fun. This isn't expected to be super severe. Heavy downpours, some strong straight line winds, and some hail. I wouldn't say destructive hail, but this is gonna make for a messy morning for you guys, for sure. And then here's our other threat tomorrow. Here's the 00Z HRRR. A lot of action sparking up again in southwestern Texas as we get into tomorrow evening. And a little bit of action up there in Kansas as well again. So let's take a look at our day 2, actually. Day 2. There it is. Just a marginal. Tornado. they've got it focused here in portions of northern Texas, southwestern Kansas, and western Oklahoma. Tornado risk tomorrow. So I'm guessing they've got a hail and wind risk down here to the southwest and southwestern Texas. Wind, there it is. Hail. So this is a nice hatch tail risk out here again. You guys get multiple days of severe weather out here. That's wild. Multiple days. What about Monday threat in Iowa? I would say you're kind of ground zero for that. So I'd stay updated on that. It's going to be pretty severe for a lot of people in the Central Plains. And then we'll have to worry about that moving into the Midwest on Tuesday. Will Kansas City get a big risk, such as a moderate or high risk? It's possible. It's possible. You know, going to that Monday risk zone, I'd say up to a moderate's possible. I don't know if we're going to get a high risk through Kansas. If we do get a high risk, I think it might be actually located a little bit farther to the north. I know. Did the Heat win? I'm guessing we got our butts kicked. Yeah. Did you see what the Panthers, Florida Panthers Instagram posted? They said, I bet Lightning fans are 6 to their stomach. 6 to their stomach. That was a good one. Wildfire smoke? I wonder if Wendy lets me look at that. I feel like it actually does. Let me see. On air quality. There's our drought. Fire danger. Let me go to air quality. Where'd it go? I lost it. Hang in there with me. Oh my gosh. Am I blind? I was literally just staring at air quality and I lost it. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to look at it. I'm trying to figure out I just want to figure out the best way that we could. Windy has a lot of different features that you could see smoke with, or that I should be able to. Yeah, I mean, I literally just saw it. And now I'm confused. You've got dust, aerosol. I mean, they've got everything on here. Extreme, fire danger, but that's not going to show it. Interesting. I don't know where it went. I was just looking at it. Yeah, thermals, clear air, turbulence. This thing has everything. I know it has a way to see it. City heat maps. That's interesting. Oh, I think it was here. No, I must be crazy. I must be going insane. Pivotal Weather also actually has a, I believe, a way to look at smoke. Now I'm interested. Now I'm actually interested because I've done it before. And now I'm interested how I did it. Where you can actually see like the projection of air quality and the forecast of air quality and smoke. All right, I'll figure it out later, but I know how to do it. I just can't remember how I did it. There's an actual model for that. Amina, I appreciate you. Yeah, these severe thunderstorm warnings are just stacking on each other north of Amarillo. If I were to put my whole paycheck down for the Panthers to win the cup and for the Arches in St. Louis to stop the severe weather, you think I'll be only for the Panthers to win the cup. I see you, Yali. Nashville tonight? Nashville, Tennessee? Or Nashville tonight or Nashville, Tennessee in general? You guys aren't really in any. There's no risk zone right now in the near future that really looks like it's threatening Nashville. You guys have some general thunderstorms, but yeah, the Cavs won. Of course they did. Not seeing much of a threat next week yet. The only thing we have to watch again is what happens if our risk zone shifts a little bit to the south. It's not impossible. What's keeping it from shifting to the south right now is we've got a big high pressure sitting out here that's been floating back and forth, keeping Florida dry and heating up these water temps to prime them for hurricane season. If that high pressure does help to start to float out a little bit more, you could get this trough ejecting a little bit farther down to the south, and maybe Tennessee or Nashville gets involved on Tuesday with some severe weather. Wrong answer. Go Blues. Let's see. Where's our biggest? Oh yeah, we've still got wow, we've got multiple places with 2.5-inch hail. Those are expiring. Yeah, we have a destructive storm here. Still watching big boy storm up here. Make sure that we're not getting a tornado siren real quick. We're not. Pay attention to this thing. Southwest Indiana Tuesday. Yeah, that's definitely a place to pay attention to, Casey. You guys could get involved. You guys could go up to an enhanced or more on Tuesday. So we'll watch updates for that region. Lily, I appreciate you. Dickens, Texas. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Is that this one right here? Yeah, right there. Yeah, you guys have this crazy storm out to your east. This thing was producing baseball-size hail. And it's moving nowhere. If you haven't noticed, there's just strong updrafts here with no shear. So, but luckily it's right out to your east. Let's see this town. A small town. What is it, like 1,000 people? Not even. 500. Yeehaw town. Yeah. Be subscribed. B, I don't know who you are, but I love you. No, I appreciate you. Thank you, B. For any of you guys who don't know, I do have a Discord, and it is updated every day. Every day. Every day. Every day. With the latest information. There's all sorts of tabs. Tornado, hail, wind, rainfall, snow, fire, outlooks, crap. I don't even know. Everything. Severe weather, everything. And yeah, it's updated every day. And usually I'll make an announcement each morning talking about any sort of uptrends, downtrends, and severe weather, and what we're looking at in the future. So it's I'm trying to make it a one-stop shop for everyone. You can open the Discord and you can figure out what's going on today, with you, temperatures and all that stuff as well. But yeah, what's going on today with you and what's going on over the next week. So there it is, Connor's Climate Corner HQ. So yeah, you can add me on Discord. And then sometimes I'm just hanging in there off stream answering questions. So definitely an easy way to access me. I get too many messages on TikTok. I don't I don't really look at I don't have time to look at them, but I do on Discord because I'm on there all the time updating any sort of weather event that's going on. BC, what is poppin'? Northwest Indiana Tuesday. Yes. Again, this is a day. What is this? Our day 7. Day 7 slight. You get that far out, you can bet this is probably going to uptrend into an enhanced or moderate. I'm favoring a big enhanced, but it's not impossible to go moderate. And, you know, I believe, let me look at CSU again. I believe they're favoring the northern portion of that. No, yeah, okay, I'm wrong. Day 7, they're favoring the southern portion. So, more likely we get, if we do end up getting a moderate something, it's down here. But again, this is like next Tuesday. So these risk zones will change over time. Yeah. My wife is 39 weeks pregnant, so yeehaw, ride up, cowboy. Thanks, Lily, for the cowboy hat. I probably missed that too. And the hot dog. BC, I appreciate you. Or hopefully she goes into labor like Saturday, because then we'll be back home so that we'll get home Sunday, and then I'll be able to figure out how I can work my schedule. You know, we've already got one kid. We know how this goes now. And I think Yali has like 10 kids, so I can ask her what do I do now? She'll give me advice for sure. Tell her to drink the midwife's brew. That sounds good. Can I drink the midwife's brew? Or is that just a wife thing? The second one throws you for a loop? Yeah, well, first one's a boy. Second one's a girl. So I'm excited to have a baby girl. You know, I want a daddy's girl. My son, my little 2-year-old son likes me, but, you know, he just thinks I'm cool. You know? I think my daughter's going to love me. Pittsburgh going to be all right. Yeah, right now we're not seeing too much Pittsburgh. Again, though, Wednesday, CSU is actually watching a potential risk zone like that. I mean, we could get people involved on Wednesday. I wouldn't expect it to be as severe as Sunday through Tuesday out here. Sunday through Tuesday is going to affect like this whole region out here. But you could get some surprise severe weather on Wednesday out there. Those are bosses from Miami. Love it. Appreciate the follows, guys. I appreciate it. Northern Illinois Northern Illinois for Tuesday. You guys are, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens in this region. Let's look at the latest models, guys. We got a lot of questions on Monday and Tuesday. Let's just take one more quick look-see here. I actually want to do this. Let's do this. What is the SPC telling us? Let me, they'll break it down for us. They'll break it down for me. I hate reading, but I'll read the SPC updates. My wife's a reader, not me. Let's see. Well, you know, we'll read both. We'll read both because these are our significant days. But let's start. I want to start with day 7 because I'm really interested in this. Minneapolis could get involved definitely on Monday. Forecast guidance is in good agreement. That's key. That is key. A lot of times, especially when we're talking about day 6, 7 risks, we're not in good agreement. A lot of times that doesn't happen until at least 2 or 3. That a deepening upper trough over the western states will eject eastward across the plains. Oh, it will, guys. And Midwest early next week, beginning day 5. Sunday, There it is. Starting Sunday, the upper trough will extend from the central Rockies to the southwest. Let me just show you what they're talking about. Guys, this is going to be a big event. Here's what they're talking about. And here's Sunday. Here's our trough. Here's our trough. A trough is simply a dip in the jet stream, and a ridge is it's a ridge in the jet stream. I don't know. This is more of a high pressure. This is a low pressure. Here comes our trough. And our trough is going to change the direction of the winds out ahead of it. From westerlies to southwesterlies and southerlies. What happens when that happens? Warm moisture gets sucked up into the country, and it mixes with all this wind and dry air from the west and cold air, and tons of instability. So that's all it's explaining. With a belt of strong southeasterly flow emerging over the central southern high plains. So strong southeasterly flow. Yep. There she is, bringing dry, cold air in here. Okay, I'll speed up here. Surface lee low. What the heck? I don't know what they're trying to say here. Surface low development. I think this is a spelling error, unless this is some term that I haven't read before. Surface low development is forecast over the northern central plains Sunday afternoon, with the low moving into South Dakota and Nebraska by Monday morning. Suddenly low level flow will transport ample moisture northward. Yes, it will. Across the plains and Mid-Missouri Valley on Sunday, with a sharpening dry line extending southward from western Nebraska into Texas. Now, this is interesting what's going to happen with this dry line. That's going to be interesting. Do we have a lot of vorticity? Do we have helicity with that dry line? Or is this just going to be massive hail and straight line winds? We'll see. Along the dry line. Okay, so near the surface low triple point. Triple point can be dangerous. Let me see if I can give you a good example. Let me see if we see a triple point in here. So here, this is kind of a good example of a triple point. So notice the dry line, and then we cut off here. Okay, so we have cold, dry air. We have warm, moist air, and then we have a surface low up here to the north. I can't talk today, guys. Up here to the north, with some vorticity, some helicity up here. A triple point can be kind of where your peak instability is. Let's take a quick look at this. Let's take a look at our most unstable cape. So it has our most unstable cape through this region. Again, though, this is looking like it's going to favor. That's looking like it's going to not favor as much tornadic activity, but potentially more hail and straight line wind. And this region up here is could end up being a target region. So yeah, this is I would take from this there's a lot of confidence in this event. This is going into Monday, where it gets interesting. The upper trough will continue east. We're moving into the plains by Tuesday morning. Ahead of the trough, a belt of strong southwesterly flow aloft will extend from Oklahoma into the upper Midwest. A deepening surface low over South Dakota will shift northeast through this period, with a trailing cold front shifting east-southeast across the plains. Rich boundary layer moisture within a moderate to strongly unstable air mass and favorable shear parameter space will support all hazard severe weather episode across a fairly broad area from Oklahoma to Minnesota and Wisconsin Monday afternoon into Monday night. Severe potential is likely to continue on Tuesday, day 7, through though some differences within medium range guidance with the evolution of the upper trough and key surface features does result in a bit of uncertainty on Tuesday. So, nevertheless, strong forcing atop a broad, warm sector, so strong updrafts of an eastward advancing cold front will continue to support severe potential from northeast Texas into lower Michigan. So what it's saying is bad, very bad, There's my summary. Thank you for coming to this class. Everyone get home safe. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, the cooked would be here. Sorry. This would be the very bad. Switch places. Anyways, we'll see how this all advances. Yeah, BC, pay attention on Tuesday, okay? You're in a little spicy severe weather region on Tuesday. You're only in the bad. Yes, but that's only a bad right now and not a very bad or cooked right now because it's a day 7. Once it gets into day 6 and 5, you could enter cooked territory. We don't know yet. Real spicy. You can't call it cooked without. We don't have a high enough confidence in it yet. Can you talk about the New Jersey wildfires? If I'm being honest, guys, I have a full-time wife, a 39-week pregnant, a full-time job, 39-week pregnant wife, and a 2-year-old, and I'm running a Discord, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and I missed one of my social media platforms, and I'm streaming every night and making videos and editing videos every day. I have not looked enough at the wildfires in New Jersey, and I live 5 minutes from. I live let's just say I'm right across the bridge from New Jersey, so maybe I should be, but I have to look into that a little bit more. I have the fire hazards in my Discord that are all laid out. Let me actually pull this up real quick. Hold up. I know. I'm saying words all night. I've been messing up my words. Yali, all night. Have you noticed that? Worse than normal. And I don't know what it is. I'm not I didn't get a lack of sleep or anything. I really don't know what it is. I don't know why. I called Dumas, Texas, dumbass Texas. Okay, let me look at the fire threat right now out there. Let me pull this up in my Discord. 1 second, guys. Let's go SPC. Day 2 fire outlook. They don't even have a fire outlook tomorrow in New Jersey. Let me look at this. 1 second, guys. Oh, I know what to do. I'm a dummy. I have a perfect link. Here we are, kids. I knew what I was doing the whole time. Let's copy this. And let's pull it in here. And let's just go like this. Okay. All right. New Jersey. Active fires. Today. Dude, why does it seem like they have these fires under control? Now. Red flag, fire watch. I mean, these fires aren't looking too significant in New Jersey, unless they're not updated on here, or unless they've got them contained recently. I mean, this is a fire hotspot over here. South of Toms River. To the north of Tuckerton. But that's really the only large wildfire I see in New Jersey. If there was a 30% chance of severe weather on day 7, where do you think it's going to be? So if there was a moderate, well, again, the SPC is favoring, I think, the southern portion of it. Doesn't mean that's where it's going to be. Yeah, this, guys, let me hear. I'll post it in chat. This is where you can get all your wildfire information. Let me post it in chat. Can you guys see that? Can you copy that? I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you're able to copy that. Oh, on the YouTube side you can. It turned into a link on the YouTube side, not on the TikTok side. Claire BC, I appreciate you guys. I haven't used it much though. I haven't used it much. So I have some learning to do with this site. But I mean, there's much larger fires going on around the country right now than in New Jersey. Although there's decent fire eastern central New Jersey. But this map shows you where every fire in the country is and the severity of it. So it's pretty cool. How is the weather looking for Oklahoma on Thursday? So tomorrow? Like tomorrow, Thursday? We can go to our day 2. Whoa, what did I do? That was weird. Let's go to our day 2. Western Oklahoma. Oh, pretty close to Oklahoma City. You know, these storms, as they're moving away from the dry line, are going to lose some energy. So, do we have tornado potential in Oklahoma City tomorrow? Yes, I would say central Oklahoma. We could see this tornado zone shift out east. We could even see this go into a 5%. But right now, it's looking like it's favoring western Oklahoma. Categorical risk for tomorrow. You are in that marginal. You're going to be in a little bit of a wind and hail threat. Where's my biggest area of concern for Tuesday? It's hard to tell right now because it's a day 7 risk. You know, based on CSU, you would think down here to the south. But I wouldn't even say down there. I would say down here. I would say more like this. You know, portions of Oklahoma, northern Arkansas, Missouri, St. Louis in particular, down to Springfield, Fort Smith, maybe Tulsa. But that could change. We could see a little bit more vorticity pushing up north, and we could get a little bit more rotation in our cells up north. We could end up having a higher threat up to the north. It's a day 7 risk right now. It's pretty far out. But the confidence in it is high. The confidence in that the severe weather is going to be there is high. It's just where's the focal point of it is the question, which is hard to get on a day 7. Let's take a look at our alerts right now. 2-inch hail, Lamb, Texas. 2-inch hail, Briscoe and Swisher, Texas. We got a flash flood warning. We got a lot of flash flood warnings actually going on right now. A few out here in Mississippi and Alabama. One out there in eastern Kansas as well. Is Tuesday going to be bad for St. Louis? It could be. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. It could be. I would pay attention closely to the weather updates. Yeah. I would. Give me a second, guys. Hey guys, look at the new setup. I got a 3rd screen. Do you know who bought me that? Chat, do you know who bought me that? This screen right here? Yes. Mezzo Matt. My weather brother. I know. But now I have to get him something. You know, he put me in a bad spot. I'm not going to lie. It took me forever to set this up. I'm not a... It may look like I'm technically sound, like I understand technology, but I don't. I just try really, really hard. I'm just a try hard. And I also spend a lot of time on the phone with my brother because he's a software engineer. So he just is on FaceTime and tells me what to do. I don't even know, like, if someone came and took this apart and said put it back together, no, not happening. Wouldn't happen. I'm a fake. Yeah, I love him too. W Matt, I know. He sent me a 10,000. He sent me a 10,000. What are they called? Coins? TikTok coins? Token? What are they even called? I always forget. But he sent me one that was worth 10,000. I was like, holy crap, dude. I love for a second it came back to this. Will Monday be outbreak in Iowa? Monday, I think, will be an outbreak of severe weather. Iowa is an area that could experience that outbreak, yes. Ellie, what's poppin'? Guys, Icy Plays HQ. If you guys like hockey, that's my little brother, okay? He created a TikTok account, and he's covering hockey. He played hockey. Semi-pro. Basically is what I would call it. And he's covering. He posts videos almost every day about what's going on with hockey, trades, playoffs, scenarios, all sorts of stuff. So if you want to give him a follow, Icy Plays HQ, he's in here. What's going on? And Ellie, that's this hot chick he's dating. Just kidding. Ay. This isn't water. No, I'm just kidding. Well, anyway. Can you talk about DFW's weather this weekend? Sure, let's take a look at it. Let's take a little look-see here, why don't we? Let's take a little look. Let's go into our latest Euro. Here we go. Quantitative precipitation. Not a terrible amount of rainfall this weekend. Maybe an inch. Not crazy. Not crazy. Right now, the SBC, for this weekend, has Dallas in a general thunderstorm. Nothing Saturday and Sunday. I think this is wrong. I think you guys will potentially get in a threat zone there. Let's take a look at the NAM. Oh, the NAM 00Z is loading right now. That's annoying. Let's go back to... Let's take a look here. Yeah, I'd pay attention Saturday and Sunday in Dallas. I don't think you guys are gonna have to worry about any. I don't think you have much of a tornado threat through the weekend, but you guys could have some pretty strong thunderstorms. Saturday's probably going to be a little bit active for you guys. Sunday might clear up. We have this trough. We have that trough moving in on Sunday, but this is probably going to eject to your north. Here it is. And you can see we have a slight ridge under here. A little bit of a high pressure, so this may keep out the worst weather from DFW on Sunday. So I'd watch and see what happens on Saturday. Another storm on the way. There's always a storm on the way in spring. Almost always. Poke it with a stick until it's a load faster. Oh, my son took both my pointer fingers out of my freaking office today. I was looking. Yeah, I was looking for him. I forgot he did that. Oh, I need to switch. I need to switch this on this one too. Hold up, chat. I need to do this. Boom. 1 second, chat. I need to go here. I need to go. I need to go. 1 second. Actually, no, we can keep it like that. Yeah, we can keep it like that. Central Kentucky. I would watch Tuesday and see if that risk zone's well, Tuesday to Wednesday, because we could have that severe weather shifting farther to the southeast, getting into Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon. So it's something to watch. The SBC isn't showing it yet, but I think they will be soon. No problem, Sadie. Sadie? That's probably Sadie. Lafayette, Louisiana next week. Again, not much of a Louisiana. Well, maybe northern Louisiana, Shreveport to Monroe could get in on the action Tuesday or Wednesday. But Lafayette, not seeing anything too concerning right now. Oh, crap. Yeehaw, cowboy. Oh, my God. I'm the worst. You know, there's got to be a way that I can make it. If I pin it, will it put it on my head again? No. I just wanted to try that. You never know. Thanks, Yali. Iowa next Monday. Yes, Iowa's in a serious watch zone on Monday. We could have severe weather outbreak through that region. Nebraska, Missouri, Kansas, Iowa, Wisconsin, Minneapolis. Wait, what do you mean just do a recap on my lab? You stress me out. I need Matt to train you. Well, Matt has his... I'm virtual camming from OBS to TikTok. So I have to pull... I need to have my... Somehow I need to have my TikTok studio cam out. That's what I need to do. Because then I would never miss it. And I need to figure out how I can do that without taking up even more space on my screens. It's got to... I should be able just to pull it right over that. There's got to be a way for me to do that. There definitely is. Wait, hold up. Try lowering camera FPS. No, thank you. I'll figure it out. Oh, yeah, I can do mobile preview. Yeah, and then I think it works. But I would have to pull that like that. I'd have to have that there. So you guys see my mobile preview? Can you see it? Because that's a display capture. It's just too big and ugly. What about Amarillo? I was calling that Armorio earlier. Well, you guys got a lot of action tonight, huh? You guys are in the threat zone tomorrow as well. Not, well, potentially, yeah, a tornado, hail, and wind threat tomorrow. Not a significant one, but this is actually, let's go to, well, let me make sure we don't have a tornado warning down. We don't. Let's go to our day 2 because you guys are going to be a little bit involved. There's our tornado risk. Actually, a little bit farther out to the east, but that could expand. And then wind and hail. This is actually downtrended a little bit to a 5%, so probably won't be as bad as it's been tonight. That's some good news. Let's see. How spicy are these storms we've got going on right now? 2-inch hail, 2-inch hail. Oh, tornado possible, Dickens, Texas. I don't understand. That thing's just sitting. That thing's just sitting there. Someone in chat was in Dickens, but this is just out to the east. This storm is just sitting here. It's not really moving. There's not a ton of shear. Well, there isn't actually. There's a little bit more movement there now. This thing is just sitting out to the east. Super high cloud tops. 71 decibel thunderstorm. Large hail. It says golf ball size right now. It's probably bigger than golf ball size right out to the east of Dickens. Alyssa, I appreciate you. Mandy, Arm, BC Claire. Borger. Borger? That sounds like you're saying burger with an accent. Can I have a burger? You guys got a little bit severe weather to your north. You guys may actually be in that 2% tomorrow, but even if you're just outside of it, you should pay attention. Yeah, you guys are right on the boundary of that 2% tomorrow. So, I'd say a pretty marginal hail, wind, and tornado risk, but considering you're in all of that, you're gonna have another day of needing to stay weather alert tomorrow. This is the kind of MCS system that's forming right now, and that's going to start expanding off to the south and to the east towards Dallas. This is going to be interesting as we go through. Like I said, I think tomorrow morning when you guys are waking up in Dallas-Fort Worth, you're gonna have some heavy rainfall, some decent straight line winds, and maybe some small hail. Tomorrow morning in the DFW. NAM is loaded. God, look at all those lightning strikes. Let's turn back our lightning strikes. Let's turn them back on. Let's turn the sound back on. Okay. Here we go. Let's load that. Okay, let's take a look at the NAM. Pivotal weather. BC, I appreciate you. Let's go in here. Oh, it is. It's fully loaded. Okay. Let's look at our surface base cape first. I want to see what this is doing. It's only taking us out to Sunday morning. That's fine. This is a decent look for tomorrow. I'm surprised our well, it's a good amount of surface cape. Let's take a look here. Tomorrow evening. Just because you have surface cape doesn't mean you have good tornado parameters or anything like that. 4,000 surface cape. I mean, this is a good sounding. Well, it's pretty good. Tornado. Possible hazard. 4.0 effective layer SIG-TOR param. Monster cape. The dew points drop off pretty quickly, though. 4,000 surface cape. Not a lot of surface shear. This is not going to produce any major... Well, it's going to struggle to produce any major tornadoes. Not a lot of helicity down at the surface. Decent looking photograph. But it's this crazy cape. This crazy cape. So... let's take a look down towards Amarillo. I keep saying that wrong all night. I swear to God. Decent. But, again, surface shear and helicity isn't there. Everything's here for a big tornado. Cape. You got good surface cape, decent photograph, effective layer SIG-TOR, and then you got no rotation down at the surface. So that's good though. Tornado SIG-TOR params. Let's just take a look at this. We can cheat a little bit. Quickly, this is new information from the 00Z NAM. Let's go back into this. There we go. So this is tomorrow night, Western Oklahoma. Capping. That might keep this thing from breaking, but not a bad look. Grand, I appreciate that. Will Southwest Missouri have bad stuff in the next few days? Not potentially in the next few days, early next week. I'll talk about that. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, I'll talk about that. Yeah, this is an interesting look. This is an interesting look on the updated NAM for tomorrow. We need to wait for tomorrow to get into the Sunday stuff, which is going to be really interesting. But this is... There's a lot of things going right here. What's keeping... There's a few things. This is actually a really good looking... this is actually a really good looking sounding. Your velocity shear isn't doing anything that great. But I mean, again, this could produce an EF2 plus. This could produce a SIG-TOR out here in Western Oklahoma tomorrow. Tomorrow evening into tomorrow night. So I think this is going to be more of a hail wind threat here, but I think out here we could get something. Yeah, so southwestern Missouri. Over the next few days, probably not. We have... I like to look at our low-level jet talking about severe weather. It can be a really good signature of where you're going to see severe weather. I mean, you can see what's happening down here. Where's our severe weather threat? In here. Next few days, nothing crazy. Here's what's happening as we get into Sunday. Our severe threat looks like it's going to be mostly Central Plains. Now, southwestern Missouri could get involved. As early as Sunday night. Although it looks like it's going to be more of a Monday threat for you guys. We don't have short range models to know exactly the timing on Monday, but we can take a little gander at the kind of future radar on the Euro to have an idea. And right now it's looking pretty late Monday for that boundary to reach you guys in southwestern Missouri. So I'd say right now this is looking like late, potentially 10, 11 p.m. Or to midnight, Monday night. And you could be in a moderate risk down there in southwestern Missouri. That could be we could have our largest tornado threat Monday down here in south. I would say potentially OKC up through Tulsa, up through St. Louis. Down here. So that's the day you want to watch. Up until then, though, not a crazy threat. And if we're talking about like any sort of flooding or anything, I mean, there's all right rainfall down here, maybe an inch or two over the next 5 days. Nothing too crazy though. What do you think Tuesday looks like? Tuesday, well, I could show you based on the SPC. This is our Tuesday outlook, but this is going to change. Do we have... I hate it, the change in time, because we would have already had a good amount of the GFS 12Z loaded. But, I'm trying to get ahead of where this risk zone is going to go. Is it going to push more to the southeast on Tuesday, or is it going to stay up to the northwest? And right now, it's still, at least at the mid-level, staying pretty far to the northwest on Tuesday. So I'd say the low-level jet's a little bit farther down to the southeast, but you can see right there looks to be our target region. So I don't know if this is going to... if anything, I think this zone might look more like that. And then we might get some other risk zones around it, but it's hard to tell right now. That's a day 7 risk. Yeah. Wednesday Northwest, so I kind of agree. Nora, appreciate you. So, yeah, for people asking, this is a quick way. I could show you. This is our Friday threat. Really, through this region, nothing crazy looking. Small potential. A little bit of potential on Saturday. Nothing crazy. Sunday is where things start to get interesting. You get a moderate. You could even, you could get an enhanced, maybe even up to a moderate through this region here. Central Plains. Typical Tornado Alley. South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma. So, yeah, things get interesting. And then this looks to be potentially our big severe weather outbreak day. And we've got potentially that will work. And this is interesting. The worst of the severe weather favoring Iowa, Minnesota, and Wisconsin, not the South. That's because we could have some serious rotating supercells up here to the north. We have a upper level low that's going to basically transfer its energy up to an upper level low up here that's tilting, and there's going to be a lot of rotation potential up there. So tornado outbreak up there, and then up there, Wisconsin, Minnesota is not impossible. I need it to stay out of Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday to Friday, you guys are looking a little better. Wednesday, we'll have to see. Thursday and Friday, you guys are looking pretty good. Wednesday next week, Grand we'll have to see. But it looks like as of now, as we get into Wednesday of next week, yeah, you can see our kind of trough is finishing ejecting out there up to the northeast. So we'll see. Wednesday morning could be a little bit sketchy. Wednesday afternoon, but Thursday and Friday will be fine. Wednesday evening should be fine. Storms speed up and slow down, though. Yeah, and then speaking of day 7, Tuesday, this region down here, that's our focal point. So right now, eastern Oklahoma, Arkansas, central to southern Missouri, central to southern Illinois, central to southern Indiana. This is, again, don't take this exactly. This is not, don't take this as gospel. This is going to change. This is a day 7 threat. It's not written in stone. Let me make sure we don't have any crazy storms going on right now, guys. 1 second. Let's see. Two-inch hail, 2-inch hail, 2-inch hail, 2-inch hail, 2-inch hail. Yeah, this storm's been sitting to the east of Dickens all night. No tornado warnings right now. This storm right to the east of Dickens. It's just not moving. Yeah, I thought there's like no shear down here. It's just a strong updraft. Stationary supercell. You're up right below Indianapolis. Tuesday is your day to stay updated on. There we go. OKC probably Monday. Let's look at our Monday threat for OKC. This is what they have you in right now. This will expand. I think this will actually dip farther south. So we'll see. If you guys could end up being an enhanced on Monday. There's going to be a mean dry line around here. A mean dry line. I'd say strong straight line winds and large hail is pretty probable through portions of Kansas and Oklahoma, including OKC, Kansas City, Wichita, Topeka. But tornado chances are going to be questionable if we have the rotation down there for it. This is gonna check in as we get closer next week. Appreciate what you do. Oh, cool. Yeah, I appreciate that, Grant. Yeah. I mean, I post a short every single day on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram with the latest updates, and I try to go live every single night. I usually do. Every now and then I'll miss it, but I'm usually live every night. I appreciate you, and thanks for stopping by again. Would Tuesday bring strong storms to Dallas? Yes, I mean it could. Yeah. Tuesday's favoring the southwestern portion of that risk zone as of now. So we'll have to watch it. We can get some strong storms down there, and this risk zone could even expand farther down here. Right now, that's looking like your most severe day. With, the latest model runs we have. Things are going to change. I need to figure out what my fire radar was before I get back on tomorrow. Do we have any good cams with any of these, any of the severe weather? Did we have? Let me check something real quick here. Do we have one out near Dickens? Weather radar. No, we don't. Dang it. Oh, look at all this lightning. These cams are so messed up right now. All right, chat, 1 second. Un momento, chat. What is what I was trying to find it's too dark out there anyway, so I was trying to find some live cams if we could see any of these what's going on with any of these storms, but a lot of these storms are in the middle of nowhere. No offense to my guy Dickens or my girl Dickens, but a lot of them aren't in areas with a lot of active working traffic cams. Oh, the loud clicking, that's the lightning. Remember, Yali? Oh, were you not in here earlier? Let's go Heat, even though we got our butts kicked tonight. Yali, you weren't in here earlier. We're watching the lightning. Watch if I scrolling up here. You'll hear a lot of lightning. At least you should. We'll see if it goes again. Yeah. It's okay. We'll rebound. Do you think Monday will be a specific part of Iowa or basically the whole state? Right now it's looking like northeastern Iowa is going to be the most severe, but it's day 5, day 6 risk. Take it with a grain of salt. Right now, this sector right here to me. But the whole state needs to watch. We get a strong tornado anywhere in Iowa on Monday based on what we have. Is there going to be severe weather maybe in a couple of weeks in Houston? I'm not sure. Within a week and a half. It doesn't look like really any major severe weather in Houston, honestly, for the next 2 weeks. Because after all this severe weather moves out, we've got a giant kind of ridge settling in for a second here. Like, let's pull out. Here's our severe weather. Boom, big trough ejection through the country. And then look at this ridge we got setting up to start off May. This is going to be warm and dry. Warm and dry conditions from coast to coast, except for you guys up here. But it's going to be pretty nice. And look, I mean, maybe you get a little bowling ball trough moving through the southwest right here, but that could bring some potential severe weather to Houston, but that wouldn't even be till like May 6th. So not seeing anything too interesting for Houston. We'll have to watch. This is interesting what our actually let's look at what our low level jet's doing out. That's an interesting time on there. Next Thursday we got a little bit of a LLJ moving through Houston. So who knows? May 1st, maybe May 1st we have something happening down here. Woo! Let's see. Any significant update here? Another severe weather. Severe thunderstorm warning out here in eastern Colorado. That's interesting the way this is. Again, when you see this cyclical shape, it's always a chance for rotation in those. Let me take a look at the vorticity just for fun, or velocities. No, nothing crazy. Man, these chasers really wanted something tonight. That's a lot of work, chasing all these storms and then getting a dud. That is a lot of work. Is Wisconsin good for Monday? Wisconsin needs to have weather alerts on Monday. Wisconsin's looking severe on Monday. How's Iowa look for the next 3 days? Iowa looks fine for the next 3 days. It's Sunday. Well, specifically Monday for Iowa. Right now, I would expect northeastern Iowa to potentially see the highest, see the worst severe weather on Monday. But again, it's a day 6 risk. So, how's Dallas looking next week? Again, Dallas is more of a Tuesday threat. Here is our day 6. Or sorry, day 7. And you can see that includes Dallas-Fort Worth. I think that might expand a little bit. And also, we're expecting the southwesterly portion of this severe risk zone on Tuesday to potentially be the region to watch out for the most. Is tomorrow good for southern Oklahoma? Yeah, our concern tomorrow is in western Oklahoma. So if we go into our day 2, we do have a decent tornado risk. I mean, not a decent one. It's a 2%, but it's a tornado risk. Could be upgraded to a 5%, not impossible. That's in western Oklahoma. And if we take a look at our categorical risk, we have a little bit more of a hail and wind-driven threat, marginal. That includes portions of southern Oklahoma, but this is going to be more of an isolated setup. So a little bit of hail, some isolated thunderstorms is possible through this region. Not expecting any sort of tornado outbreak or anything like that. But still a little bit of a dry line setup out here. So, again, the farther these storms get away from western Oklahoma, the less energy they're likely going to have out here. And we're not seeing a ton of shear in the region either. So, any anticyclonic. So, tornadoes can't be anticyclonic. Tornadoes can spin in both directions. Okay, so they can spin clockwise and counterclockwise. But cyclonic means winds are rotating inwards, and anticyclonic means winds are rotating outwards. I can't draw. I don't know how to draw winds rotating outwards, okay? So here, ready? That's so hard to draw winds rotating outwards. I can't. So they can't be high pressure systems. High pressure systems are, low pressure systems are cyclonic. High pressure systems are anticyclonic. No problem, AT. Illinois Tuesday. Illinois does have to watch out on Tuesday. You guys do look like you'll have a decent severe threat on Tuesday. Yep. Yeah, Nate. People did that for people still do that. People still call them anticyclonic, and like definition wise, it doesn't make any sense because cyclonic means rotating inwards. It doesn't mean it's rotating clockwise or counterclockwise. That's why we call hurricanes cyclones. You can have a cyclone in the northern hemisphere, and you can have a cyclone in the southern hemisphere. Our hurricanes in the northern, there's no anticyclonic hurricanes or tropical systems. They're all cyclonic because they all rotate inwards. The hurricane itself is a massive high pressure with a very, very deep low pressure in the center. And everything gets pulled inwards. You have a ton of lift in the center, which is where the eye is. It lifts and forces that moisture up. It condenses and then is forced outwards, diverges, and that's your high pressure. And then it recycles itself. That's why it's like a self-sufficient engine. Tornadoes are like mini versions of that, basically. No problem. No problem, BC. Is there a big threat for Northeast Kansas? I would say yes on Monday. Got to pay attention on Monday. I've been summoned to play Call of Duty. And I just fixed my quick scope loadout, and I need to go play, guys. Been almost 2 hours. I will have updates tomorrow. If anyone wants to join my Discord, add me on Discord. Connor's Climate Corner HQ. Connor's Climate Corner HQ. No apostrophe or anything. I literally spend 30 minutes to 40 minutes every morning updating everything on what's going on during the day. All our latest model run updates, latest Severo updates, latest Enzo hurricane outlooks, latest whatever's going on, and then I tell you what's probably going to go on for next week. So, if you want to get in there, get in there. I don't play PUBG. I used to. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. You guys are all awesome. Thanks for being in here. Oh, Jason B, Jackie, I appreciate you guys. Jenny, yeah, I appreciate you. Any of you gifted, any of you follow, just being in here obviously is always helpful. So I'll be back on tomorrow. I'll be updating tomorrow as long as my wife doesn't go into labor. Okay. Again, she's ready to pop. So we'll see. I'll put a little notification online if I'm going to take off 24 to 48 hours. I think you guys will know. But I appreciate all you guys. Have a great night, and I will talk to all you guys in the morning or tomorrow night. See you guys.